Hello, Toronto, and everybody tuning in on our live stream. My name is Kaylee Legrand, and welcome to the 7th Annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I'm here on Roncy Street. I call it Roncy because I don't know how to pronounce it. And you're about to see all of the filmmakers who made it into this year's Sudden Impulse Film Festival. But first up, I'd like to actually bring the man of the hour, the man that's been putting this together for the past 7 years, Stefan Kucher. Welcome.
Thank you.
So this is your 7th. Okay, he needs to dance first for you. I think because I was originally dancing. This is the dance I made up before anybody got here.
It's catchy.
So we're either Christmas or you're just Irish.
I am a little bit Irish, and yeah, I'm throwing a little bit of a green theme in this year.
I like it. I think it complements the red well.
Thank you.
So 7th year of you putting this film festival on. First off, how does it feel?
Exhausting. Yeah, it's it's incredible that I've stuck with it for 7 years and it's still going. And I think it's going to be the best year yet. So it's like I'm super pumped and exhilarated, but I'm also exhausted.
I can imagine. It's a lot to do, especially as a one-man show to take care of everything from the very beginning, its initiation. I did notice you have a lot more films that haven't been incorporated into the lineup for tonight. There are a couple of people who are coming back who have been here before. How do you feel about the lineup that you have right now?
It's going to be the best lineup ever. We had our biggest submission turnout. We had over 100 films submit. So a lot of strong films to choose from. A lot of my regulars are back and a lot of new faces. So yeah, I'm so excited. It's a super strong lineup this year.
And for those who are just tuning in for the first time this year and who might not really know the background, the history about this film festival, maybe you can talk a little bit about why you decided to start this film festival.
Sure. Yeah, I had my own short film, didn't get into After Dark, so I said, screw it, I'll throw my own film festival, and just kept with it for 7 years. And yeah, here we are showcasing other people's short films from the area, Toronto and Hamilton and the greater Toronto area, and as well local musicians. Yeah.
So the musicians that you have tonight, and I know I'm going to let you go in to help them set up before the screening actually begins, but what is the band that you have lined up for this year?
This year is really exciting. It's a band called Slowfish, and beyond them being awesome, the reason I'm really excited is they're all filmmakers themselves. So this is the first year to feature an entire band full of filmmakers in a film theater. So I think it's pretty cool.
Do they have a film in this festival this year?
No. They got enough time with their music. Maybe next year.
Well, I'm so excited for you, and I'll let you go in to set up. I'm going to rely on, I wanted to also just let everybody know on the other side who's watching that Stefan has his brother here tonight who's helping out, and I love that there's a familial vibe, so I'm pulling him in because he's helping me so much too. Introduce yourself, Paul.
I'm Paul Kuchar. I'm Stefan's younger brother. I have some privileges tonight because of that.
Family has privileges. So he's going to be standing by and helping me out as the filmmakers are walking through the red carpet and joining us for the interview process. I'll probably call on Paul in between if we have any buffers, but we do have a bunch of people surrounding us already, so why don't I let you head inside? Paul, I'm going to let you jump back into your job, and we will probably see you in between, and I'll see you inside.
Cool. I'm going to do one thing before that. I'll ditch you out of here. He got the Irish looks, of course, so that's why I got to make up for it with green. I'm going to bring out, before I take off, some of the cast and the creators and the writers of a short web series that I had the privilege of directing and that we're premiering tonight. So I'd like to bring to the red carpet Kitri and Iris.
Hello, welcome. Yes, please do. Are you staying for this interview?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So I know that Stefan has already introduced your names, but if you wanted to give everybody your full name and the title of your web series, and even if you want to start talking about it, feel free.
Absolutely. Okay, my name's Iris Gardet, and I'm the co-writer of French of the Boat.
Hi, my name is Kitri Hervouet, or Kitri. I'm one of the co-producer of French of the Boat too, and we perform in it.
So French Off the Boat is the title of your web series?
Exactly, yeah.
When did you start creating this web series?
Probably a year ago, honestly. Then we went on a break, and it kind of sped up starting last fall, I think. And then we shot in February. this crazy shoot, like 2 days, heavy snow, like ice storm, ice rain and everything. A perfect nightmare, and we had some outside scenes. So Kitri performed them like she was very brave, honestly. It was lots of fun, but February, yeah.
How did that feel performing?
It was really nice. Actually, once I was lying on the ground and it was snowing. So yeah, it was the middle of February, February 10 and February 11. So it was kind of, I'm not going to say tough, but lying on the ground and when it snows, it's kind of fun to do, but after maybe you can get a cold.
Yeah, I'd say maybe fun after the fact. I don't know how fun it would be lying in the snow at that moment. And you shot this here in Toronto?
Absolutely, yeah. We were lucky enough. So production wise, we shot in a clinic, in a medical clinic, and we were lucky enough to have one rented out to us. And otherwise, the rest of it we shot in a house. So to have some kind of domestic scenes, yeah.
That's very interesting.
Absolutely.
And when did you start creating? I'm stealing all the questions. I'm sorry. If you have any questions, just rip this microphone away from me. When did you start filming? Was this the first project that you put together, or have you been working at this craft for a while?
Oh no, definitely. I think what totally made the change is like Stefan got on board with Owen as DOP, and they kind of gave a big energy to the project. And they also brought their very talented teams. Owen worked very generously, and they dedicated their time to us. I feel super blessed because it's my first project for sure, first movie ever. And I couldn't dream of any better situation, any ideal situation like this.
And how do you feel with a camera in your face?
Sorry, this is Owen. This is our DOP and a good friend of mine who helps me run this festival.
Oh, so he was the DOP of the series. Yeah. Did you want to say a couple of words while holding a camera?
Not really, no.
He's got enough jobs on his shoulders.
Behind the camera, maybe.
That's why he's behind the camera. Well, I'm sure that he's skilled at that, so we'll let him continue with that role. Any other questions you wanted to add?
No, it's just a fabulous experience working with these women, and that they trusted me with their work, which was huge. I also edited it, so it's terrifying to show someone their baby that you've directed and cut apart, that they're also acting in. But I think we all did a fabulous job, and I'm so excited to premiere it tonight.
And you're excited as well, I'm
Yeah,
assuming?
If I can add something, we're hoping, so these two short films, they don't have any specific order, but we really hope they're going to open the door to a longer series, and we're really looking forward to the audience reactions, because I think it's the first time it's going to be shown to any public, any audience, so yeah, it's just like really a bit stressed out, but I'm sure it's going to be fine, because we put so much love and so much humor in it. I'm sure everyone's going to get it.
Are you feeling stressed or excited?
I'm both actually. I'm feeling a little bit stressed because I don't know how the audience is gonna react, but I'm really excited to show it to everybody. And as Iris said, it's the beginning of a web series. I hope it's gonna be long. And just to tell you a little bit more about the web series, it's about two French women. They just arrived in Toronto, in Canada, and they're experiencing the differences of the cultures. So it was really fun to shoot because it's a comedy, and we had a lot of fun. With all of the actors. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you drew on some of your own experiences?
Yes. Yes. So just so you know, it's about two hypochondriacs. And we are a little bit hypochondriacs in real life, but of course, in the short film, it's bigger. But we had a lot of fun to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, the situations are situations we actually lived when we got here. Yeah. So we definitely got inspired by these. Yeah.
Well, I hope that the feelings end up being bigger and wonderful once you get in there and see the reactions from the audience members as well. Thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet. Have fun in there.
Yeah, and thanks to the festival and Stefan Couchard again for this great opportunity and adventure. Thank you.
Enjoy yourselves. Congratulations again.
We'll bring out the musicians next. So this is going to be the band that plays tonight. This is Slowfish coming up.
Thank you, ladies. So I'm assuming this is Slowfish because that's what Stefan just said. Come on, everybody, join in, squeeze in and pretend like we all like each other. I'm going to pass this microphone down and you can introduce yourselves one by one and tell us how you came to be part of this festival, maybe even how you came to be part of this band?
Okay. I'm Eric. I play guitar.
I'm Sean. I play drums.
I'm Laura. I sing and I play keys.
And I'm Noah, and I play bass.
And so why are you here? How did you become part of this?
Okay. Well, we got tagged when Stefan was looking for bands, and we talked, and so we're all in film. So, yeah, it just worked out.
I have nothing to add to that.
I thought.
Did anybody want to add anything to that before I ask another question?
I guess that sounds
Opinion?
That sums it up. So being filmmakers, are you also filmmakers together, or is that something that you all do separately?
Yeah. We work together at a
guys have
post-production
done
facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both work in kids television.
Yeah.
I mix, she edits, boom op, and sound tech and boom op. Yeah, and I guess as we make our music video, I think there's definitely going to be a lot of influence there. So,
like 3 of our jobs are going to be useless.
Yeah.
3 of your jobs are going to be useless?
We're sound. You'll get some editing in there. Yeah.
So I can venture to guess that the sounds we hear tonight from your music are going to be spot on, since everybody is a genius when it comes to sound.
There's going to be some weird sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by weird? Describe your music.
Sludge Pop was the last one we used.
We have a hard time coming up with what we actually sound like. It's easier if other people describe it because it's like you don't really know until someone else kind of reflects it back to you. So,
You should tell us.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so but the first words that you used were sludge pop,
Yeah.
if I got that correctly.
You
Okay.
got that correct.
So I know what pop is, and I know that different forms of music tend to make different kind of coalitions or collaborations with that form of music, or put their own spin. Maybe the sludge part you can explain, because I'm going to go on and explain it afterwards once I hear your music, but I want to know what I'm stepping into. What does sludge mean?
Well, when we started writing this music, we were into kind of like doomier kind of rock bands. Also, that made its way into the music, but I don't know. It's just kind of like.
Yeah, we like to keep things really. We like to add a little bit of weirdness to everything we do. I think we're all a bunch of weirdos, so we like to, make things a little bit crazier, experiment, have fun, get messy. Yeah.
But also keep it like some pop sensibilities in there.
We also like things being danceable and listenable. I think that's an important part of music. So, yeah.
So trying to like blend like that grungy, like that distortion with fun pop.
Very cool. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing what this music now sounds like. For anybody else who might be watching live and wants to find some music, if they're not coming in tonight, where would they be able to find and listen to your music online?
Ooh, are we gonna drop this right now? Is it happening? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, did I
We're-
just push you into dropping something? I'm really excited.
Well, we're gonna have our debut EP out. We have our release show on July 7th.
This is totally new information. We've never announced this publicly at all.
Breaking news right here. Yeah. So
we'll be releasing. So we just wrote a 4-song EP that we'll be releasing in July, and that'll be coming out soon. Be able to see it on Spotify and elsewhere on the internet. So yeah.
We're going to have the album artwork on the screen tonight for the first time ever. Nobody has seen this artwork before. It hasn't been posted
I
online.
don't even know what it looks like.
Yeah. We don't even know. Yeah, it's just going to be there, and that's going to be our album cover. And yeah, we're going to roll with it.
So none of you made the artwork. You commissioned somebody else to make it, and this is the first time that you're going to be seeing your own artwork, your album artwork.
No, that was a lie.
No, that was a joke. We were kidding.
Okay, partial jokes, a lot of music, and if you want to listen to their music, they will be releasing music next month on Spotify. Thank you so much. Have an amazing time. I know you need to go in and set up your tools, your pieces that you use. Have fun, enjoy the movies beforehand, and rock out.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have another set of filmmakers. Oh, one individual star coming in. This is Kwan. I'm going to let you introduce your full name and your project yourself.
Hey, I'm Al Kwango. I do short form comedy on YouTube. YouTube.com/alquango. Yeah, that's what I do. Just very short form comedy skits.
So I'm assuming the piece that you have in tonight's film festival is also comedy?
Yep, I have 4 pieces tonight spread out throughout the festival, and they're all comedy, yeah.
How long are the pieces that are in tonight's festival?
No more than 1 minute each.
Oh, wow. So
I'm very strict about that. They're 1 minute, and that's it. I don't go over 1 minute.
do you have a reason for that?
I feel like if you want to catch people's attention, and if you make it too long, people are not going to want to click the video. But if you make it short, they're more likely to click it. And if it's good, then they'll want to see the rest of your stuff.
I think that's a good motto to go by, especially today's day and age. I'm assuming that you also use different social media platforms that allow for short pieces of video content?
Yeah, Instagram. Instagram only allows 1 minute videos. So that's why, that was one of the reasons why I do 1 minute videos, was because of Instagram.
And you said that some of your work lives on YouTube as well. Did you start on Instagram, or did you have any aim for a specific social media platform in particular when you decided to start creating?
I don't know. It was just, I wanted to do YouTube, but then I also had an Instagram account, and I think because of Instagram, it made me realize that, yeah, let's keep it very short. And I was like, okay, 1 minute. And I was like, and 1 minute seems to be a good number for me anyway, because most of my ideas are very short, which works for me, yeah.
That sounds like a perfect match. Speaking of your ideas, where do they normally come from? How do you come up with the concepts for your films?
I don't I don't sit down and write down ideas. I just kind of just through everyday living, ideas just pop up. A lot of it is very self-deprecating, kind of masochistic. I get hurt a lot in my videos, actually hurt physically.
Wait. Not just for pretend. You actually hurt yourself while you're creating these pieces.
Yeah, kind of like a very bizarre Jackie Chan kind of comedy, I guess you could say.
Okay, so I'm assuming there's some action involved in it as well then?
I do a lot of action stuff, but I don't think any of my action stuff will be shown tonight. On my website, I do a lot of action stuff, yeah.
Okay, so the blend, you have some comedy pieces, you have some action pieces.
Yeah, mostly, I would call it probably action comedy is my genre.
And is part of the humor purposefully because you are getting hurt in the videos?
A lot of it is because I'm getting hurt in the videos, yes. Not like Jackass. I feel like Jackass is more they're going to get hurt. But mine is getting hurt is the punchline, and the reason why I get hurt is where I find where the comedy comes from. Not that I'm getting hurt, but the reason why I'm getting hurt.
Okay, so it's not fully slapstick humor.
No. It's there's a cleverness to my hurt, if you will, yeah.
That sounds like life itself. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited to see your work in there and to check it out on YouTube. Did you want to, you've already said that just to search your name on YouTube if they want to see any of your work?
Yep, both my Instagram and YouTube is both Alquango. Yeah, Alquango.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Have fun in there.
Thank you.
Cheers. You can head out this way. And I recognize the next face that's coming up for this interview. Please come up and join me, Courtney. I'm going to pass this microphone. Hello. I'm going to pass this microphone over to both of you to introduce yourselves.
All right.
You're going to just stand in the center with me.
Hi, I'm Courtney Bruno of Cabruno Productions, here with
Riley O'Connor, also of Cabruno Productions.
And what piece or pieces do you have in tonight's festival?
Tonight, we're going to be premiering a short comedy we made called Drippin', which is a parody beauty tutorial, which was inspired by Bruno Mars song Finesse.
It gets messy.
It gets
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, we won't elaborate on what type of mess we're going to be seeing in your production tonight. But this is not the first time that you've been at this film festival, and I know you have to head in to help set up because you are more hands-on with the festival now that you've been here a couple of times. Maybe you can talk a little bit about your journey having been here multiple times.
Yeah, it's great making something for the festival every year, and this year we're actually going to be part of the opening number as our band, CR Extraordinaire.
CR Extraordinaire is your band?
Yes.
And we are accompanists tonight. It's not really all about us. We're supporting the opening act.
Yes.
The musical act.
Yes.
That's correct.
That is incredible. Have you performed together before, or is this going to be the first time that both bands come together?
We haven't really all performed. We haven't all performed together before.
Some of you have mashed up and done some jazz together.
Not with this particular artist. This will be a first.
Okay. Well, that's super exciting. If you want to add anything else, I don't want to keep you too long since I know you have to run inside. Are there any last words or even plugs that you want to throw out to everybody watching online?
Yes, I have a few more words. This year is a very exciting year because I got accepted into the IATSE 667 camera trainee program. So I'm starting that now. So I'm going to get trained by the top camera teams in Toronto, which I'm really excited about. So Cabruna Productions will keep getting better. And I also want to say that Riley and I got engaged this year.
That's incredible. Congratulations. You have everyone on Roncy Street applauding you right now. Is this part of your, when did you say that you were engaged?
We got engaged in October.
In October. Okay. I don't know why in my mind I'm like, you did it right now on the other side of the red carpet?
This is the first official announcement.
Yes.
That's so exciting. Well, best of all the days to come, especially tonight in there for you. Thank you so much for joining us again for another year and on the red carpet with me. It's so lovely to see both of you. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you. And I just want to say one more thing. I want to say hi to my friends and family that are watching tonight. And thank you for all your support.
Fantastic. Did you want to say hello to anybody out there?
Hi, Mom and Dad.
So wonderful. Thank you so much. I'll let you head on inside the theater. My pleasure. Congratulations. I have another set of filmmakers coming up on Roncy Street for the Sudden Impulse Film Festival. Come scooch in so everybody fits into our frame and everyone online can see us. I'm going to pass this down. I do recognize some of your faces, but if you can reintroduce yourselves to everybody online with your full names and the project that you are here with tonight.
Sure. Hi, I'm Juliana, and I'm the writer. Hi, I'm Juliana, and I'm the writer-director for Aaron's Guide to Kissing Girls.
I'm Claire, and I'm one of the co-producers of Aaron's Guide to Kissing Girls.
I'm Madeline, and I'm the other co-producer for Aaron's Guide to Kissing Girls.
Thank you so much. This is not the first year for some of you, correct?
This is our first year, actually.
This is your first year with this project?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I recognized somebody from last year.
Our first year was Sudden Impulse.
Okay, wonderful. Well, welcome to the Sudden Impulse Film Festival. First off, how do you feel about being here?
Very excited.
Have you been with this project anywhere else, to any other film festival? Have you shown it to anybody else yet?
Yeah, we've been at a few film festivals here in Toronto, a few in the States, including like New York and Portland. We're actually going to be at Frameline, which is the world's oldest and largest LGBTQ film festival in the world in San Francisco in a couple weeks.
That's really exciting. So what, if you can tell me, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who's about to go in and see it, but are you able to give us any kind of synopsis or teasers?
So Aaron's Guide to Kissing Girls is about a young, spunky girl named Erin, who's 12 years old, and she wants to woo the coolest girl in school, whose name is Sydney, and she's doing so with the help of her best friend, Liz.
And how long is this piece?
This piece is about 15 minutes.
How long did it take to put together? And if you want to jump in and steal this, you laughed at that one, so you're going to have to now answer. How long did it take?
It wasn't actually that long. We're just we passed the year mark when we first started talking about it. I think a month or two ago. So it's only actually been a year. It wasn't too bad. It just felt it can feel long.
That does sound pretty quick. I know some projects that have taken years in the making. So you said it just passed the year mark from the first point that you started talking about making it.
You had written the script back then, hadn't you?
Yes. I started writing it in probably January of last year. Yeah. And then we shot it in July, so almost a year ago. Yeah.
That is incredible. That is a pretty quick turnaround. And now you're here and you're touring around to different festivals. How do you feel about your run that you've done so far to the other festivals?
I feel great. Yeah, it's been really well received. It's one thing to be in the editing room and being like, do these jokes still land? And then being in an audience and hearing people reacting to it. So,
have you heard different sorts of reactions depending on the audiences that you go in front of?
I don't know if you guys can speak to that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I got you accidentally there. No, I think that honestly, audiences really seem to connect with Erin's experience of being like a preteen with a crush, and sort of all of the strange desperation and strange activities that sort of ensue from that. I think that's a relatable experience for everyone. I think everyone gets to sort of laugh at that, and also at a feeling of their sort of nostalgia.
Yeah, it's a queer child-aimed film, but we found it's been pretty universal. It's been well received. People get it, which is nice.
So you found that different age groups as well, not just those that, so not just the same age as the main protagonist.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for being here at our festival. I hope you have a wonderful time tonight and have an amazing time on the road at the rest of the festivals that you are going to.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. You can just head this way into the theater. Thank you to everybody who's joining online right now in our live stream. We are on Ronci Street, and we are here at the 7th Annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. Paul is just grabbing another set of filmmakers who are halfway through their beers, because that is how chill it is here on Ronci Street in Toronto. We're right next to a pub. A lot of the filmmakers are just grabbing beverages before they head into the theater. They're lining up, and I'm going to pull them into the red carpet now. Don't be shy. You've been getting your liquid courage on. Join me. Get in front of the banner. I'm going to pass this microphone down so that you can introduce yourselves and your project.
Thank you. I'm Mike Milden. We did Kochek Bottles, 6 Feet Under, and Snapchat Kidnap.
My name is Jackson Rowe, also a part of all 3 projects. Very excited to be here.
Hi, my name's Quinn. I was in Bottles, Kochek.
Wow, that's great. Wow, that's so much fun. Yeah, well, thank you.
So you've made a project together, but if I understand, you have more than one project in tonight's festival. Do you have a favorite?
Wow, that's putting a lot of pressure on us, especially.
Choose one of your babies.
I guess we legally have to choose Kochek Bottles because the lead actor's here, but if I had to choose...
No, they're all perfect.
No, they're all perfect.
They're all 10s out of 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All pieces are perfect that you've put into the festival tonight. Let's talk about the one that you've all been a part of. Maybe I'll pass this down to you, and you can tell me how it was acting in this project.
Oh, God. Well, very stressful. Mike is... no, I'm kidding. It was great. It was really great. Draw a lot of inspiration from, just my own experiences, I had to play a guy who was really into bottle service at the clubs. So, it was great. Great experience. Great experience.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just give a little more preface to what he just said.
Fantastic.
The idea of Kochek is like it's 2 guys that work in Kochek, and it's just like with who they encounter before they go into the club. So he was playing a guy that is really into bottles, and our 2 characters didn't understand why people get bottles. So he gives one of the best performances I've ever seen on camera on why people get bottles. And let's just say, well, you guys will see it tonight, but it's very heartwarming. It's I've never wanted bottles more than I wanted them after he delivered that monologue.
And when you're talking about bottles, you're talking about bottle service when you're at a club. Because just for those who are,
exactly.
I like to sit around with just a bottle of beer. And sometimes when you say bottle, that's what I think of. I'm not a fancy person who goes out and has bottles of champagne.
To the head, just boom, right to the back of the head.
So that was the interpretation number 2 I had, was just a film about bottling people with lots of shatter glass involved. Is that how bottle service ends?
I hope so.
No, it's not. It's not how it ends at all. It ends with a happy ending with our friend here convincing us that bottles aren't so bad after all.
So you have 2 different viewpoints on what bottle service is like. And are those based on experiences that you had here in Toronto at clubs?
I've been to a lot of clubs, not happily, more like forced to the club. And you know what? To everyone that loves clubs, I'm so proud of you. That's your thing. But for me, it's just, you know what? I wrote from what I thought people that get bottles wanted bottles for. So that's all I'll say. I love club. I don't love clubs. Don't love clubs. Love people that love clubs.
Did you shoot this in a club?
We did. It was funny because when we sent them the club that let us shoot in it, he's like, "Yeah, we really don't want our name attached to this because it kind of goes against everything we do at this club." And we said, "That's okay. thank you for letting us shoot there. So we would say his name and give him great advertising, but we shouldn't. We really shouldn't.
Okay, we'll keep that bit a mystery. I hope that someday, have they seen the film?
They have. We sent it to them before we released it, and we're like, hey, man, you want us to, like, advertise your club? Anyways, that was the whole thing. And he's just like, hey, man, hilarious, but don't put our name in it.
Well, it sounds like you were able to, with your own story, turn your point of view around, and you do seem like you're falling in love with clubs as it is. So maybe they will someday. Maybe everybody else who felt the same as you in the beginning, like me, who thought you were talking about just beer bottles and being able to chill on a dock. Maybe I'll come around and want to actually go clubbing after I see your film.
Hey, frickin' man. Amen.
If that is the goal tonight, then we will measure by how many people end up in the clubs tonight. Any last words or hellos you'd like to say before you head into the theater?
Yeah, I would like to say hello to a lot of people back home.
Where's home? They have no names. Where's home?
Just back home. Well, just back home. Yeah, it's good to see you again.
Are you afraid to mention those people too? Nobody wants to be associated?
You know what? I showed them this live stream, and they're like, we'd rather not be associated. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't have anyone to say, so I started improvising. Please.
Any hellos?
Oh, no hellos. Just thank you very much for having us. We're very excited to be here. Yeah, appreciate that.
Thank you. I built this theater myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Quinn?
Oh yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Well, it's fantastic having you here. I'm excited to see your projects in there. I'll let you head on into the theater this way. My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have one more filmmaker stepping up to the red carpet right now. Please come join me. Jump into the center of this banner. Nice to meet you. My name's Kaylee. What's your name?
My name is Nicholas. I did Yum and Gas here. 2 different movies.
So you have 2 projects in tonight's film festival. What is Yum about?
Yum is basically about it was actually a school project I did where we had to make a movie where a character had 3 different goals, and my goal with those 3 goals was to make the weirdest possible short film I could. So I made this character that didn't speak. He wears a gas mask and tight little red underwears. And his goal is just to make a meal, but the meal is like the most disgusting, weird, like giant tub of lard and ketchup. They split them with an Axe bottle. Just stuff that we thought was visually funny that we wanted to like spice up the whole video with, kind of thing.
Is your other project, what was it called?
The other project is called Gas.
Gas. Is that also based on the same idea of trying to make the weirdest thing possible?
Well, that one actually came from because me and my friend Evan, who we're the ones that made it. Like those were the 2 credits on our movie. It's just the 2 of us. He acts, I do all the behind the scenes stuff, like direct and everything.
All by yourselves, just the 2 of you?
Yeah, just the 2 of us on set. It's just like Mike on my camera. I usually set up the lights while he like gets in front of the camera and act, and we just kind of talk about what we think would work and thing. And like I'll storyboard beforehand. I'll do the editing and sound design and everything like that afterwards. And the second movie, Gas, was we just really liked the character in the first movie, Yum. This gas mask character, because we just thought he was like the best character we've ever written, just because like there's something so original about like that weird, almost like Wall-E, Buster Keaton, Chaplin gas mask wearing character. And we just we were like for the past year after we made the first one, we kept talking about like a feature idea for him. And then one day, Evan broke my standing fan, and we just started laughing. Like that'd be a funny character in like a Gas movie, like in Gas World, that'd be a character. So then we just started writing an entire 10-minute short film around that. The original idea was make a movie idea, but then we're like, we don't have the money to make a movie. We'll make the first 10 minutes of a movie, pretty much. Like that sets up the whole world. So then we just started writing about like, what can we tell completely visually about this weird gas mask character, like trapped in this little apartment, just in his own little world with his friend that's a broken fan.
His friend is the fan.
Yeah, it's just a broken fan. We strapped a homemade party hat on it, and then because the thing about the fan that was broken, that it would just jitter really fast. So it would jitter so much it would slide across the floor. So it had like a good personality to it, the way it would just slide around like that. So we just thought it was funny that like his only character that he interacts with is this fan that just shakes to move around.
And have you screened this anywhere else, or is this the first time that you're going to be putting these pieces up in front of an audience?
This is the first time I'll be seeing them in a theater. Because we did some stuff like at an online film festival, and there's one coming up in Atlanta, but I think this is the first one that's actually screening it in the theater. So that's going to be cool to see like the audience's reaction to both of these movies.
Are you planning on sticking around and asking people how they felt about the fan?
I'm just excited to hear how they react, especially the first one, Yum. There's some gross stuff in that movie, and everyone I show to always has a grossed out reaction to it, so I'm excited to hear everyone in the theater get grossed out.
And do you have plans to still take the pieces that you've made and turn it into a feature film? Is that your long-term plan?
Yeah, I mean, long term, I have a couple like feature ideas right now, but I'm still at the point where I can't afford that kind of stuff. So like that's always something on the shelf where if we ever got like a $50,000 grant, we could do the movie about this character because like even in the feature, there's only like 2 or 3 characters, so like the cast isn't big. We've gotten used to doing everything ourselves, so we just need like a set pretty much, and then we can make our feature.
It sounds like you have a lot of the ducks lined up. You said that it started as something that was a school project. Have you just gone through school recently for filmmaking, or has this been something that you've been working at for a while?
Yeah, I'm still going to Ryerson. I'm going to my 3rd year at a like film photography program. But the first one was a school project. But I always like to do one personal project a year, like something that I don't have to rush to finish at the end of the semester. Because like in a semester you have to do 2 or 3 movies, and like you can't make them the quality you want because you have to like practice at making them fast, kind of thing. Like 3rd and 4th years for the big projects, but I want to make one big personal project every year. So that's what Gas was for me this year. It was like start writing in the summer, work on all like the pre-production and production for the first semester of school, and then just like audio and sound design for the next like 3 months pretty much. Just so you can put like all the time you can into one thing, which you didn't really get to do in school.
That sounds like a lot of work to do all on your own. Do you plan to expand your teams?
Yeah, I mean, I already have like people that liked my movies in the past that want to help us. Like we have like one friend who's like he knows a lot about cameras, like the C100. He like his job is we're using cameras and editing, and he's saying that like all my equipment's yours. Like I'll help you differently for sure in the next project you want to work on. So like we're slowly building up a team of people that just like really want to help us make stuff. So we'll definitely get help, like, especially with sound, because sound was exhausting, and I'd never done sound before, so it was like the most confusing, like just exhausting piece of work on that whole video for me.
I recently, within the past year or so, started a podcast and had to learn about sound. So I understand that trying to manipulate sound is a big feat. How do you feel now that you're on the side of, you're in year 3, you said? So you're coming...
Going into the 3rd year, yeah.
Do you feel like you're almost prepared to be set out into the world of filmmaking?
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty prepared right now. It's like, I got declined from film school twice. I'm just finally in the film program. I was doing like...
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. But honestly, that taught me just to do my own thing, kind of. Just like the school didn't accept me, so I'll just go make my own stuff and then they finally saw something that they liked, and now I'm in the program. So I feel like I'm trained enough for the outside world of school.
For anybody else who may have been going through that same process, maybe somebody just got rejected from film school, can you leave us off with one piece of information? What would you tell them?
For me, I got declined. I remember crying because like I put all my eggs into one basket at that moment, and it was just like that summer I put all my effort into a short film because I wanted to prove to myself that I could do something without it being for school. Because every other thing I did in the past was like an English project, I'll make a film for it. Comtech project, I'll make a short film for it. But that was the first time I was like, I'm making something for me to share with the world. So like that was a good lesson to me that just taught me that you don't need approval of a school, because a school, when it comes down to it, is just a group of people that have one opinion, and there are thousands of other groups of people that have different opinions than the one school you apply to.
I think those are fantastic words to leave with our audience members. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on everything and for being a part of the festival tonight. I'll let you head into the theater so that you can see it for the first time on a big screen.
Thank you.
Cheers. You can head out this way. I recognize the next filmmaker who's about to step up on the red carpet with me. I'm assuming that's going to be you, Brian. Hello. Welcome. So lovely to see you again.
Nice to see you.
I'm going to pass this over so you can introduce yourself and tell us what you have in today's festival.
Right. Hello, I'm Brian Herzog. Today in the festival I got a couple short character pieces, I guess you could say, where I'm playing a few characters, 3 characters each. I got a hillbilly video with a dirt bike in it. It's pretty good. And I got a mountaintop video that I shot at the top of Whitewater, BC. So, I don't know, that's pretty high up there. Alone on the top of a mountain, played a few characters. I'm looking forward to seeing what people think of it, how they receive it. I hope it's received well. What do you think?
So you were on top of a mountain for one of these pieces that you shot. Were you shooting this all on your own? Did you have a team up on top of the mountain with you?
No, these are videos that I made on my own. This is kind of like true Brian-style videos. This is kind of like the videos that I started making when I was young. Were always me playing a few different characters, just filming it myself. But over the years, I've learned how to do it a lot better and more efficiently. And yeah, just setting it up on your own. But I was snowboarding out in BC, and I thought I should whip out a video and make it happen. So I wrote something fairly quick, and then I made it happen, and I'm actually really happy how it turned out.
Is that typically how your pieces come to fruition? Do you just have a spark and say you should be making a video and pop one out?
Usually it is a spark. I was about to start snowboarding one day, and then we heard they're blasting avalanches. And then I heard that, and then I heard a couple stupid lines of dialogue in my head. And then I just as I was snowboarding that day, just kind of...
You stayed on the hill even though avalanches were running after you?
They're blasting it in safe spots, safe zones. We only pushed the limits a little bit.
Did you film that?
No, I didn't film that. I had to actually yank some footage I found on the internet of some avalanche blasts to use in my video. Don't tell anybody.
I think that's probably a safer way to go about it. And you were talking about having key elements or something that came from a true Brian Herzog place, and that these were resonating with those. I have a very specific question, and I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but I want to know if one of your characters that you did long ago that I'm still waiting to see come back was also a true Brian Herzog essence, and that was, I think her name was Ethel?
Oh yeah, Ethel's great, but it never really caught on the way we hoped.
Am I Ethel's only biggest fan?
I meet people and they're like, I'm Ethel's biggest fan. But Ethel's like a little doll.
Challenge accepted.
Okay. It was a little doll that my friend Cam actually found at a Value Village. And he said, we got to make a video with this doll. And we ended up making 6-episode web series. And then a trailer for a season 2. But we didn't get the views we wanted on it. So we decided not to put all the time into it. But I still have the doll. And she's waiting in my closet. She wants to come back out, and she wants to be in the limelight again. So it'll be it's coming.
I have to admit that is the only piece about a doll that I've not been afraid of. And I don't know if it's just because I already knew you and I knew your comedic style, but I'm still rooting for her, and I'm excited to see the pieces that you have.
Too. Yeah, she's a good little lady. And it sounds ridiculous, and all my videos are, but they're pretty good. They're not too absurd.
Check out Ethel, and if you are here, come check out his short films that are in tonight's festival. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm excited to see the rest of the material.
Awesome.
Thanks. I'll let you head on this way. We do have a couple more filmmakers stepping up. I do recognize another face. Welcome back. I'm going to pass this microphone, I'm going to pass this microphone back along to you two so you can introduce yourselves and mention the project that you have in tonight's festival.
I'm Graham Purdy.
Hi, I'm Zach Soar.
We have no idea.
Just hanging out. We're on Roncy. We might not even be part of this festival, but there's beer nearby, there are movies nearby, and there are a bunch of people taking pictures. There are lights. Why not step onto the red carpet?
Sure. Well, we are in a film here. We just don't know anything about it. Todd Dolderson is the creator and the brilliant mind behind it, but he hasn't let us know what he has done with the footage. So we're just going to be as surprised as everybody. It's going to be fun.
If you had to make some assumptions based on whatever part you were able to be a part of the experience for, what would you say the tone of this project might be?
I think a happy tone overall. Maybe a life lesson-y, family kind of tone. Yeah. But again, we don't really know.
Post-apocalyptic war zone, man versus man, man versus supernatural, that kind of thing. So that's what Todd's told us so far. But we're excited. We're excited to see.
I'm excited too. I've never heard of a film that was post-apocalyptical and yet still a family-oriented, happy-go-lucky sort of film. So I'm fascinated, and I want to know how those have been meshed together. Are you also keeping it a mystery because you were told to in some sort of way?
Well, all Todd told us was no spoilers. So,
no spoilers.
Anything else?
No, I don't. No, that's it. We really don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're really excited to be here.
Yeah.
This is our 7th time at the Sudden Impact Film Festival.
2nd or 7th?
7th.
7th.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you've been a part every single year.
Yeah, we haven't had a project in every single year, but we've come to it every year, and sometimes we get projects in, sometimes we don't. But it's a fantastic festival, and we always have a great time.
Yes, we love it.
Zach, yes. Yes.
Sorry, I'm the chatty Cathy of the group, sorry.
Oh, that's fantastic, by all means. Yeah, sports.
Yeah.
Maybe since you've been here every single year, you can let us know how you feel about the progression. How has it changed? How has it felt for you over the years being a part of this or joining us here?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, it's grown like every year, like in terms of the attendance and that sort of thing. And everybody seems to be in a great mood, but it's not pretentious. It's just a bunch of idiot filmmakers getting together doing silly films. It's great.
Totally. No, that's a good way to describe it. You just come out and it's kind of wacky and lots of fun and good people, and yeah, I think everyone has a good time.
Yeah.
Do you have a good time, Owen? Yeah. You should do
Kinda
that
somebody
camera
else
nod as well.
Okay, nice. Oh, ooh. He's got his big boy pants on. Awesome.
I'm assuming you've worked with Owen before, or
Yeah, we go way back.
was he part of this project?
Not this one, no. But actually, I am in another one. I remembered to with that Owen shot. I'm part of
In Tonight's festival.
Tonight's, yes, it's called French Off the Boat. Another one I don't really know too much about.
Well, the ladies who created that were one of the first interviews, so we've spoken a little bit about that, and I'm excited to see that one too. So I'm assuming you're excited to finally see what you were doing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm super excited to see that one as well. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us again, and I'm super excited for both of you. I will see you inside.
Thank you. You too.
Cheers, my pleasure. We have one more filmmaker stepping up onto the red carpet with me on Roncy Street. Join me when you are ready. Hello. Hi. I'm Kaylee. I'm going to pass the microphone over to you to your free hand so you can introduce yourselves to everybody watching on the live stream and the project that you were a part of for tonight's film festival.
Awesome. So I'm Nick Coffin. I was the cinematographer and co-writer on Midnight Toker.
Hello, I'm Leo Shara, and I was the Midnight Toker.
The Midnight Toker. So I'm assuming you acted. You were the principal actor in this project.
That is correct, yes.
Can you tell us anything about this Midnight Toker that might not give away any spoilers?
Be prepared for a nice moral lesson, I would say. Yeah, it goes in a little creepy. It comes out with a nice moral lesson by the end of it, I'd say. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a thriller Spielbergian world of, I don't know, short moral dilemma, a few surprises. It's a very short film. It's 3 minutes long. So it's a little bit of excitement and a little bit of space.
How long did it take for you to put this project together?
Start to finish, I would say a week and a half. We wish we had longer, though. We were stuck to a time constraint because it was being submitted for a competition a competition for an online competition, I guess. And yes, we had a week and a half to do it. We wish we could have had longer, though.
I think everyone always feels like they wish they would have longer to get their babies out into the world. Is this the first and only project you've worked on together?
No, we've worked on countless kind of projects. We are part of a film collective out in Hamilton called Camp 905.
You can check out camp905productions.com.
Shout out one time. Yes, we do a bunch of different shorts and some even web series, and hopefully working on features coming up.
Have you done any features yet, or has it so far been a bunch of short projects?
So far, collectively, we've done shorts, and we're hoping to start our first feature soon.
Yeah, I think so far we have in the neighborhood of 9 or 10 shorts on our website, which actually is camp905.com. Excuse me.
Yeah, get your plug right.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't
Cue card.
media trained, but
Everything I've been saying has been scripted.
oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little better, I guess. But yeah, so we have about 9 or 10 on there. A few of them have won some awards and things like My Road Reel, which is the world's largest short film competition online, run by Road out of Australia. So we actually have 2 that were winners of that in the last couple years. Midnight Toker won their Judges Prize last year, 2017, which is their top prize. And the year before that, we submitted Tick Tick, which I believe Nick Camopt, and I was the production designer for. Yeah, so that actually won Best Female Filmmaker in 2015. Or 16.
16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah. See, I wasn't prepared. But yeah, so those, among others, are just a bunch of short films we've been working on the last few years. And we're in the process now. We have a couple OAC grants coming our way, so we're going to be using that to make 2 new short films, which is Nora and Poppy and Under the Supermoon. And it's road reel season again, so we're probably just going to submit to that because it's gone pretty well in the past, and also it's a lot of fun.
That sounds fantastic. Do you shoot everything out in Hamilton as well, or do you travel when you're creating your productions?
I think we
largely
in Hamilton,
we shot a strange Star Wars for a Star Wars online.
You made Star Wars.
Yeah, we made the Star Wars. It's
Episode 8
it's
and a
been
half.
quite a ride since '77.
Yeah.
No, we made a Star Wars inspired story for a Star Wars online film competition that we shot in where is it? Wasaga Beach.
And then
Generally speaking, we shoot everything in Hamilton, though. Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet. It is sweet. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I wish you best of luck with all the other film festivals that you're heading up to and all the other projects you're creating. Can't wait to see what you've made. Have a fun time in the theater tonight.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Cheers. We are coming to a close on the red carpet. So joining back with me here is Stefan, and he has a couple more words, I'm sure.
Several. The and forever mongoose.
And if you don't understand, shame on you.
Shame. 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 Yeah, that's it. I think we're about ready to get started with the night. So thanks for everyone at home for watching. Thanks for all of the filmmakers who are a part of this. And it's going to be an incredible year. Can't wait.
Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the live stream of us on Roncy Street for the 7th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. My name's Kaylee LeGrand, and I am so excited to see what is inside these doors this year.
One more thing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. We'll see you again next year here on this red carpet.
Bye.